Okay, what is going on? I'm here. This is what I've got for my deep slate so far. I added some like cracks and stuff in there, and now I'm putting highlights on the cracks. So this wasn't doing it. This wasn't good enough for me. It needed a little bit more. I finally got them to function properly. So when you when you put them on the ground, they work right. They always worked right like this, you know. You have the top texture and the side textures, you know, and the bottom textures. Everything was correct. And we even have the repeat CTM right here. And that is represented by this block. So these are oriented on the ground, you know, the y-axis that goes up and down. So this one is fine, and they're all fine now. See? Before, it was rotating each of these textures here. So the seamlessness of the repeat CTM wasn't really there because everything was rotated and it was being really, really funky. So what I had to do was I had to go in. The way Minecraft does it is has one block model, and it just rotates that block model based on which orientation you place it, which is fine unless you're doing a repeat CTM like I'm doing here. So this is 16 different textures, right, to make this. So if you're doing that, then when it rotates the block, it also rotates the textures, but it rotates them in a way that's incongruent with the way that the repeat CTM flows from top, like you're reading a book. So it rotated each of those individually and it didn't show up right. So I had to make three different block states, three different block models for each, or one for each orientation, right? So your Z orientation, your X orientation, and your Y orientation. And then I had to make two separate textures, one that is the normal rotation and one that is when it's on its side. Okay, and so for this one, it uses the normal rotation when it's on top, but it uses the side when it's on the side. This one uses the side when it's on the top, but the normal when it's on its side. It's weird. It's weird. It was a bunch of finagling that I had to do to get the deep slate textures working, because Minecraft is weird. What it does naturally by default is it has the one texture, but it'll randomly mirror that texture, right? And I had to get around that. I had to get out of that. So I had to go into the block state and just delete all the mirrored block states because I don't want any of that. And then I had to basically just recreate the whole block from scratch. And now I can do the texture. Now I can get the texture looking good. So yeah, so right now I'm only doing the normal texture. I'm not doing the sideways one. We'll do that once we get the normal texture done. Then I'll just rotate it and we'll export and bounce it all as the sideways texture. So to check it, I'm just using this. Simple. And this looks pretty good as it is, but it's lacking a little bit of detail that I think it needs to have. So when you're looking at any kind of like sedimentary rock or a metamorphic rock that is that was morphed from a sedimentary rock, you're going to see these stratifications, these horizontal layers, basically, which is what slate is. Slate is a metamorphic shale. So you take shale, and then the shale gets sucked underground, and it gets pressurized and condensed and compacted and basically baked into slate. So slate and shale are basically the same thing, but shale is sedimentary and slate is metamorphic. So I wanted to have those horizontal things. Now the default texture did a pretty good job of putting that in there. But whenever you have a cross section in nature, when you see like slate or shale, and you see it and you get a cross section like this, it's not just going to be flowing across. You're going to have like cracks going up and down and stuff. You know, you're going to have those little bits where maybe it broke off here. And I sort of have a few little cracks like this and like this going in. But I needed to add a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing here. So we have like extra cracks and stuff like this. And I think that looks way better. Extra details, right? So without, it was like this. So we added them in, and I could even bring it up a little bit more, maybe like that. That might be good. And then now what I'm doing is I'm adding highlights to bring those cracks out a little bit more. So on the right side of every crack, I'm putting a little highlight. And for now, it's just no blending mode. It's just a basic light, sort of almost purplish color. This is like the color of deep slate. It's kind of purpley. I don't know, maybe not. We can always change it if we need to. Where is my glove? Here it is. I had to get up for a second before I started the stream, so I had to remove the glove. Anywho, dropped frames. Hope you guys can at least still hear my voice when that happens. I think you can. I don't know why this happens. Like, nothing else. There are no other devices connected to my internet. It's just my computer, and my frames drop. I have 14% drop frames now. I don't know why that happens. I'm not even broadcasting at a very high bit rate. Anyway. Okay, so let's finish these highlights. That's all I'm doing. So, a little intro. If you're new and you've never seen my streams before, hello, welcome. My name is Klautos. I go for long periods of time where I really don't say anything. I just kind of zone out and do my thing, you know. But, you know, if you guys start saying stuff in chat, I'll respond. But if the chat's not going, typically I'm not really talking. Every once in a while, if I notice something that requires clarification, or I want to talk about something that I'm doing, then I will. But a lot of times, my texture streams are just me chilling with some music and just painting. So if you're into that kind of thing, hit the subscribe button, and all your wildest dreams will come true. Vote for Pedro. So I noticed that some of these highlights are actually going over the shadow. So I could take out the drop shadow and it just looks like this, right? And that's okay. We're going to do a blend mode on it eventually, sort of clean it up. Let's add a little bit right here, bring this ledge out a bit. No, that's too much. Just like that is fine. Man, YouTube is not liking my streams. Error, YouTube is not receiving enough data. My settings are perfect, YouTube. That's a you problem. I don't know. It used to never happen. I used to never have that problem. Now it's like suddenly YouTube is picky about stuff. Maybe my internet got crappy. I don't know. It's not, though. My internet is solid. Okay. So add a little bit there, a little bit there. Nope, not there. Okay. Crazy thing about doing a 32 by 32 texture is that you start out with the really big colors, your big local colors, and as you go on, you get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as you get more and more detailed, until eventually I'm just going to be taking this and just putting like a dot there, a dot there. You know? Maybe not those though. We'll probably do those on a separate layer. Okay, I think that's, oh wait, this one up here. Let's erase that. There. Okay. Dropped frames. What the hell? Come on. Okay, now it's just bugging me. What does it say? Hold on. Let me see if I can fix it. I don't know if I can fix it during a stream. That's weird. Please use a keyframe frequency or of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are no. Stream status poor. Keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent often enough, which can cause buffering. Really? Use keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. I have it set to 6. Okay. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming as such. Okay, so I need it. Okay, can I change that while I'm streaming? I don't think I can. I think I'd have to restart the stream to fix that. Let me find out. Let's go to, you guys can't see this, I'm just talking it, whatever. Okay, let's see if we can change that while I'm streaming. I don't think so. Stream, output, streaming. Keyframe interval, 0 seconds. We'll put it at 3. Oh, I have it at look ahead? Why do I have it at look ahead? No, look ahead, that messes stuff up. Okay. Apply. Okay. Did that fix the problem? I think it fixed the problem. We'll see. I still have the error, but my bars are all green. So it looks like... Okay, I think I fixed it. I fixed it live. You saw it here. Master Streamer Cloutos. That's my new name. Cloutos, the Master Stream Debugger. Okay. I'm so full of shit. Okay, let's finish this. Little highlight right here. Not much though, because that's in shadow. A little bit there. Okay, I think that's all I want to do. All I want to do is zoom, a zoom, a zoom, zoom, and a boom, boom. Don't get copyright struck for being awesome. Okay, let's do... We could screen it. That might be good. That might be too bright though. Hard light, that's too colorful. Ugh, that's terrible. That hurts my eyeballs. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Divide, that gives it a pretty cool color. I kind of like that. Okay. So if we take it out, add it in there. It's kind of nice. Okay, let's do... I don't... Outer glow is not going to look good. Yeah. That's too much. But if we can sort of get that same or similar color, where are we? We're like very desaturated. It's like somewhere over here. Something like that. And we just give it just a little bit. Uh-oh, YouTube is not receiving... I'm getting the same error again. What is up? Come on, YouTube. Okay, we need to take the spread down. I'm just trying to make those highlights a little bit more prominent without having to go back over everything. You know what I mean? That's all I'm doing. You know what? Let's not do that. Change my mind. What we can do is put this back on screen, but then we will add a hue saturation mask, and we can grab that. Oh, wait, nope. We want it only on that. Okay. Where are we? Here we are. Okay. See, it's kind of like there, isn't it? It's nice to add a little bit of extra color to it. Okay, let me see what this error says now. Oh, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Again? Why? I don't understand. Don't understand. Let me see. Let's go back into the settings. Put streaming. I can't change the encoder in the middle of stream. Let's set this to 6,000. Maybe that'll help. Okay. I just lowered my bitrate from 8,000 to 6,000, which seems very low. We'll see if that fixed it. Okay. We could not find your stream. What? I just selected it. More drop frames. What is up, YouTube? Why do you hate me so much today? I don't know. Actually, the past couple of months I've been having this problem. YouTube not receiving enough video. Like, what do you want me to do, YouTube? Everything is right. Okay, excellent stream condition now. We'll see if maybe it just took a minute to get the lower rate. Okay. Let's bring this down just a little bit. We just want a touch of highlight. We don't want it to be crazy noticeable or anything like that. That should be good. Right about there, I think. Okay. All right, let's try this. Let's bounce it out. See what happens. Repeat deep slate, normal, save. All right, moment of truth. Does it look good or does it look crappy? Let's see. Oh, it looks good. The cracks might be a little bit too apparent though. Might be a little bit too much. Let me tone them down just a tad. There, we'll put that at 61, and then we'll put the highlights, bring them down to 50. All right, let's see how this works. That's better, I think. I think it looks pretty good. But how does it look in a world? In a world where Deep Slate was painted by Cloutos. Let's go. We'll go here. I think that's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. The tops need a little bit of work. I need to finish those up. I think that looks really good. I am very happy with these. Look at that. I wish I had the zoom, like the, you know, Optifine zoom. You push C to zoom. I wish I had emissive textures. I don't think that's a thing. Yeah, I don't think that's a thing with what you call it. I don't even know what this is anymore. Sodium, I guess. Yeah, there's no... They need more settings. Like, I like the Optifine settings better. Okay. Should we call that done? Is there anything else I want to do? A lot of times I'll be like, yeah, that's done. Good. I'm good with it. And then, like, the next day it's like, well, it really could use this. You know what it could use? Like I just said. Little bits of stuff in between, like in some of these little holes here. Maybe that's bad. Like little bits of like moss or something. Little tiny imperfections, I guess. Does it really need that though? Or am I just getting too picky? This might be dumb. Don't know if I want to do this. Kind of like, I'm imagining like kind of mud, like muddy kind of stuff in there, little splotches. It'll also add a little bit of color. I don't know if I like it. Maybe we just keep it. Let's bring up our dither layer just a tad. No, we're not going to do that. Undo, we'll leave it at 7. 7 was good. Yeah, I like that better. You know what I think the problem might be? It might be that I'm using my GPU to encode instead of my CPU. I hear conflicting reports on what's best for your encoder when you're streaming. Should you use your GPU? Or should you use your CPU and let your GPU be 100% dedicated to your game? I don't know. I hear mixed reports. I think we're good. I think we're good with the deep slate texture. I think that's fine. We got to fix the top though. The top is... don't really like it. I feel like the top could be smoother. It really doesn't need all of this bulby stuff. It could be smooth, I think. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to do the sideways ones, because right now it doesn't appear here on the sideways ones. See? Okay. That's very easy to do. First, let's save it. Save. Go to image, rotate 90. We're going to export these. These are going to go in sideways. There. Yes, there it is. That looks so cool. I really like it. I like it a lot. And see, now you can change it. You know what I mean? That's very cool. Even make a pattern. I wonder how good of a floor that would be. If we did like a... would this make a good floor? Let's see. Go there, 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 there. Oh, that's what I did wrong. See, there's that. There's also something like that. Might be a cool floor. I don't know. Maybe not. Use your imagination. Do something like that for a floor. I don't know. Maybe it's too messy for a floor. I don't know. I'm just playing with it. Okay. All right, so that's done. We got to do the top. I want to redo this. I want to make it smooth. So the default is pretty ugly, and it has looks weird. How do I say? So when slate forms, or rather when shale forms, and the same as with slate, but when it forms, you have precipitates in the water. They will fall down and they will land, and so the top of the shale is like a wave, right? Long, wavy sort of, you know, it's like maybe it's thicker here and then it thins out, it gets thicker, like waves, right? Because they form in the water. So you're gonna have like parts where, like if you take a chunk of slate or shale, the top of it, you know what? Hold on, I can show you. Okay, this is a piece of shale. For those who don't know, I really like geology, and I have a geology degree. That's not a flex, I'm just letting you know that's why I have this, okay? So that's what the top of shale looks like, okay? So you notice, if I can get it right, hold on. Check this out. We'll do this. We'll go to this screen. Hello, hi, how are you? So this is what shale looks like, and with slate it's pretty similar. So if you see this, there's actually a fossil in here, right here. Where is it? This is a cephalopod, a very ancient cephalopod. Where is it? Can I get a good view of it? Let's see. In the shadow. So it's kind of hard to see. This is the tip, and it comes across like this. So this light part, that's sort of the lightest part of the rock there, this whole area here that I'm touching is a cephalopod fossil. But anyway, you see how like it's thicker here, but then it thins out like that, you know? And you can really see it on this side, how it's like this, you know? So these layers are what Minecraft in the default resource pack was trying to emulate, with stuff like that. But when you look at it, it's pretty smooth as far as rocks go. You know what I mean? There's not a lot going on there as far as texture goes. So I think on mine, I'm going to do something like this. Gonna make it smooth. There's not a whole lot of color variation. It kind of looks like it because of the light. But yeah, we'll have like little cracks in it and stuff, you know. But not these big, not this, or in the game. Let's go back to the game. Not this, okay? I'm gonna go put this back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so yeah, we need to fix this. We're going to make it less dynamic. Okay? So by dynamic, I mean dark and light, you know? So the value is going to be, well, we could have some, but just not these blobs. I just don't like it. So we might just redo all of it. Just start from scratch with these. So let me grab, oh, where are we? We gotta find right there, and deep slate top. Okay. And this looks like it's been rotated. And I saved it after the rotation, but I didn't. Okay, so could I just smooth all of this out? This is what I was trying. I tried to take my old stone texture, just my stone, and overlay it on top. And I did this for the deep slate too. I didn't like it though. I think it'd be better if I just painted it. So also for my stone texture and my sandstone texture, I took pictures at my mom's house of, she has sandstone rocks. She's got a lot of rocks at her house, like big ones. So I took photographs, and then I would take those photographs, drop them into Photoshop, and I would mess with them, and I'd make sure the pixelation was right, and then I would make it seamless by bending them and warping, and a little bit of the clone stamp to get it to look. That's why my stone texture looks so much like stone, because where is it? Because that's actually a photograph. And same thing with my sandstone. That's a photograph from outside my mom's house. And it looks awesome. I really like it a lot. But for the deep slate, I'm not doing a photograph. I'm just painting it. So I don't have a photograph of slate. And I'd rather paint it anyway. It's more fun. Okay. Okay, top. Okay. We don't need these anymore. I can get rid of these. Okay, so I don't want to do that. Cool idea, but it's just too messy. Where's my pen? Oh shit. I brought the slate over, or the slate. I brought the oh man. I got rock dust all over my pad now. Hang on. I cleaned it off. Unplug it first. Okay. Okay, all better. YouTube is not receiving enough video. I lowered my bitrate, YouTube. What more do you want? I don't know what the problem is. I really don't. I think I need to switch to... Oh, and now it's back to excellent stream. Why? Why does it keep doing that? Maybe I change it to variable bitrate. Let's see, variable bitrate with target quality. No. We'll just do variable bitrate. Maybe that'll help it. Apply. Okay, so now we're in variable bitrate mode. Let's see if... Oh geez. I just watched my dropped frames shoot up. That might not have been a good idea. I don't know, changing your stream settings midstream probably isn't a good idea. Let's go back to constant. We'll just put it back. Apply. Yeah, I don't know. I think I should use a different encoder, but I'd have to stop the stream and redo it, restart the stream. Should I do that? Is it worth it? I don't know. It's kind of a pain in the ass to start and stop a stream. Stop and start a stream, rather. Turn off outputs to change video settings. Can I turn off the output just while I'm still streaming? I don't think so. Well, I don't know. It says it's excellent now. I don't know. It's just bouncing around. I think it's just YouTube being picky. I think that's all it is. Okay, let's okay, that's default. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so these are the layers. This was the first layer. Which already is... Yeah, so we don't need that much. So let's do this. I'm going to make a new group here. We're going to add a layer inside that group. And we're just going to start. I'm going to keep this old one. Yeah, let's just see. We can grab from that. No, we're good. We're using these. Okay, so local color. Lighter, lighter. Okay, so light, green, don't. Okay, those are all of our colors right there. And then we have the super dark and super light. Okay. So we'll start with local. Okay, let's go darker. And we'll go lighter. There, see how smooth that looks? That looks nice. I love this new feature in Photoshop. It's called Pattern Preview. It makes it so easy to do seamless textures. It used to be a pain in the ass to do them. Like, really? and, but, oh, they made it so much better. You used to have to make smart objects, and then you go and you edit those, and then you save and see how it looks in the thing, and then, yeah, it was too much. Oh, that dither layer works so well. I love it. So, the dithering here, all these dots, they help me to see relief better. So I can see what is deeper and what is shallower. You know what I mean? So it helps, for me at least, to be able to see where in the texture it's popping out and where it's getting pushed in. So the darker things look like they're pushed into the screen. The lighter things are popping out of it. So it helps me to achieve a sense of depth when I do the textures. We don't want that. I'm trying not to go too light or too dark on any of this because it's the top. So like I said, I want it to look really smooth. Not so jagged like the profile of the rock will look. So you can kind of see it taking shape a little bit. What's going on, Cobra? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Doing some deep slate. This is the top of the deep slate. So unlike the default, I'm making the top of the deep slate smooth because the top of slate is smooth. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday so far. This area needs to get fixed. Nice. Quesadillas are awesome. Okay, I think that's about all we do there. Now we need to add like some cracks and stuff. So we'll get our deeper shadow here. Shit, it's 1 o'clock. I've only got about an hour left. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this in an hour. Some of these textures take a long time to do. Now these cracks are very, very prominent right now. So, but I need to be able to see them. And then we'll minimize them later on. Well, for the deep slate, tell you. It took me a long time because it was basically you have different orientations, right? So you can orient it on the Z-axis or the X-axis or the Y-axis, like this, right? And so I actually had to go and make different block models for all of them because Minecraft, like on its own, it only has one texture and it'll randomly mirror them and it rotates the block itself. But when you have a CTM, a repeat CTM, it doesn't translate well and it starts twisting all of your tiles for your CTM, so it doesn't look right. So I had to make 3 different block models, one for each orientation, and then after I finish the deep slate texture here, I had to rotate it and save it as a rotated version and assign it to the appropriate places in the block models so it was a big pain in the butt. It took me hours and hours and hours to figure that out when I would rather have been texturing. So that's why after like this whole week, I've only done this. That's it. Because I was trying to figure that out for the longest time. Oh, my textures and map, not the deep slate. Oh, like in general? Yeah. Yeah, I've been at it for a while. Took a break for like 2 years and I didn't do shit for a long time there. So it pretty much killed my channel. So I don't know, I'm trying to bring the channel back up. And I don't know why the overlays are not working right here. They should work. It should look like the stone is overlaying onto this a little bit. I gotta figure that out. I know why it doesn't work. I think I know why. I just thought of this. Let me see if I can get that to work. Because if that can work, it would make those textures look so much better together. Right now, there's just this jarring edge between them. I don't like it. I think I just thought of why. Stone overlay. Because I'm using different models. I named them differently. Still not working, huh? Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. I'll figure that out later. I don't know why. Hold on. Does it work on polished deep slate? Because I haven't touched this. It should work on this just fine. It does. Okay, it works on that. That looks fine. It just doesn't want to work on these for some reason. Don't know why. Is that what I called them? Let me see. Pretty sure it is. Minecraft textures. block. Let's see, deep slate. Yeah, it's just deep slate. And then deep slate sideways. I don't think that's gonna, because that's not deep. That's deep slate, not deep slate sideways. That's deep slate sideways, so it should work there, but it's not. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Okay, let's do these. I do want to make it a little bit darker. I need to take this song off my playlist. Every time I hear it, I'm like, this is way too intense for my chill out stream. You know what I mean? It starts out okay, but then it just gets like this. I'm not fighting a dragon here. I'm just painting deep slate. Almost a decade. Has it been almost a decade? When did I start my... Oh, I started my YouTube channel. I made it in 2015. So it has been a decade. But I didn't actually start uploading videos until... I think I uploaded my first video in 2017. Like for the first couple years, there was nothing. Might be overkill to do all this, but we're going to make it better. It'll be okay. We just need like these little cracks. And I'm going to blend them into the background a little bit, but like I said, for now, I need to be able to see them. So they're very apparent at the moment, because they're not blended. Oh, you know what I was talking about doing? I just remembered this. I want to try this. I have like this. This is a recording studio. I've got like instruments hanging on the walls and shit. Um, and I have got microphones. So I was thinking about getting a microphone and putting it on my pad so you guys can hear that. You know, just to add another dimension to the experience of watching me paint, which can be incredibly boring to watch. I know. Oh, I thought that might be fun. Okay, I think that's good. Could bump up the contrast a bit. We were here. Maybe that actually looks good. Okay. And now we take our cracks. Let's add shadow, but not very much, just a little bit. There. So if you remember when I showed you that piece of slate, I don't know if you were here at the time, Cobra. But when you look at the top of a piece of slate or shale, I've got samples. But you'll see like layers sort of broken at the top, and that's kind of what these cracks are emulating. I did the same thing on the sides, but this needs to be a little smoother, and we're gonna go that way. That's actually nice. Bring it out to the side just a bit. We need a 135. There we go. Okay, so that's 45 degrees. We might have to reduce our dithering a little bit. Let's put it at like 4. We want 5. Let's see, 5. Maybe we want 5. 4. This is such a subtle difference. Let's go with 5. Okay, right on. Which desert, if I can inquire? There are many different kinds of desert. A desert that has shale extrusions. I don't know where that would be. That maybe Arizona? Maybe? Okay, let's save this. See? Like, yep, maybe Arizona. Okay. That's that geology education coming back to haunt me. Okay, let's see how this looks. I don't think this is going to be finished, although it does look pretty good. But what matters is, how does it look in the game? Yeah, so... Oh, you need deep slate top. Normal top. Okay, save. I think this is a lot better than the bubbly one that I had before. Like, even this is better than that. And this is very simple. That is just awful. As I was making this, I was like, this is terrible. I don't like it. Okay, let's see if this is any better. Maybe not. Maybe it'll still be crappy. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. I like that a lot. It's a little too light. I think we darken it up a little bit. Let's increase the contrast. That is, I like it. I don't want to mess with the texture at all. I think it's fine. I think that looks really good. But we do need to... First of all, let's take this off. We do need... Let's put an adjustment on this group. We'll do... Yeah, it needs to be darker. Only on the group. Okay. Let's see how that is. See, it needs to... See how it looks like it's not the same thing. I need to change the hue. That's what it is. The hue is different. Okay, so this is colder. Desaturate a little bit. Let's try that. It's weird. It looks one way in Photoshop, but then in the game it looks different. So you kind of just have to check it, you know, make a change and check it. I'm looking at this block here. I'm looking at these, how those faces blend together. It's a little better. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Here, let's go do that. That's not bad. I think I could live with this. I don't want to make it much darker because this is like at the top, you know, so I feel like it needs more contrast. That's what I feel like. We should go like this. And then actually go a little brighter and more contrast. Let's try that. And then I'll go down into a cave and we'll see how it looks in the cave. Okay. I think that's good. I am completely happy with it. Ooh, we have this line. This line is no good. Why do we have that line? Oh, it's because of the shadow. It's because of the shadow! I can fix it. Do we have another line? Hold on. Turn that off. Okay, so we have a line here. A line going this way horizontally is going to be harder to detect because the texture is very horizontal, so I'm not too worried about that one. But this line right there, that looks bad. So I'll go down into a cave here in a minute. I have to fix this though. It's weird, like this stupid blue line here makes it to where you can't really see it in Photoshop. You can down here. I could just paint it here. We'll just do it down here. Okay. Okay, so we'll do... Let's see. How do we want to do this? We'll grab the shadow. Wrong pen. 130. Looks like I am going to be able to finish this before I have to go. How about that? Where's that line? It's like right in here. What the hell? I can't, it won't let me paint there. Do I have snap turned on? No, I don't have snap turned on. Barcore? What's barcore? Why can't I paint right there? That is weird. Very strange. It is because of the shadow, I think. Okay, so Here's what we can do to fix that. We're going to have to bounce all of this, which means no more editing after this is bounced. I mean, we could just duplicate the group. Duplicate group 2. Yes. We'll take all of this. And we're going to merge. Let's bring it out here. I'm going to copy these from there. Those are going to go into the old group 2. So we have a save point. We're going to take these, we're going to merge everything. Okay. Now, okay. Yes, now I can. Because now the shadow is baked into the texture itself, so I can go over it. Okay, how's that? Is that better? There's this little funky part right here. There. Okay, I think that's good. I think that'll look fine in the game. Save. Top. Okay. All right, no more line. Yes, so much better. So much better. I really, really like it. Okay, now we need to make rotations. I shouldn't have taken those blocks out. These over here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the texture's so bad now. I never thought it was passable. Even as I was making it, I was like, I'm gonna have to change this. Looks too globular and bulbous. Okay, so now we can see it on all faces. Image. Wait, let's save this before we do anything rash. Image, rotate 90 degrees, save. And this goes in deep slate sideways, top. Okay. So now that one should appear and that one should appear. And it does. It looks so good. I really like that texture. I like them both. Okay, you want to see what it looks like in the game? Bardic Bardic EDM like music. Well, Bardcore, Bardcore, Bardcore. I love the name, and I would make it metal, like medieval folk metal. That would be Bardcore to me. I really like this top texture. I think that looks really nice. Okay. All right, here's how it looks in the cave. Are you ready? That is so nice. I've heard I like Amon Amarth a lot. They're like, you know, Viking metal. There's also Ailstorm, which is like metal, but like medieval sort of beer drinking metal, which I guess is pretty close to what Bardcore would be. Oh, these look really good. I like them. And it's similar enough to these to where it looks like the same texture, you know what I mean? Man, I couldn't tell you the song. It's been a long time since I've listened to them. But I'll have to check out the song about the anchor. What do you think? Is this passable? Does it pass? Does it pass the awesome texture test? I think it's pretty good. I like how the top texture is close enough to the side texture to where they look like they're the same thing. You know what I mean? But this is just kind of like a smoother version of it. I've been needing to do Deep Slate for so long. Like, I've been wanting to play survival mode forever. But I haven't because I don't have all the appropriate textures done. I want my pack to at least be playable. And in order for it to be playable, I have to at least have all of the main blocks that you come across in the game done. So stone was the first one I did. Stone and sand and dirt, grass. But among those is Deep Slate. All the Deep Slate has to be done because those are very, very common as well. And then once I finish the Deep Slate and all the variants, so there's like the chiseled Deep Slate and what do you call it? There's chiseled Deep Slate, there's the Deep Slate bricks, the cracked Deep Slate bricks, the Deep Slate tiles. I love the Deep Slate tiles. I think they look so good, even in default. So I'm really looking forward to making those even better. Yeah, and then once I finish Deep Slate, I'll have to do the ores. I'd have to do the ores. Once I do all the Deep Slates, then I can play in survival. I tried doing like a Fantasia survival a little while ago. I did like 5 or 6 episodes. And I played it as far as to like get all my villager trades done, and I went in, I beat the dragon, I got some shulker boxes, and then I was like, cool, well, I've got all those shulkers, now I can build stuff. And I was like, well, I want to build on this island here, and this looks like a cool place for like a tower or whatever. And I was like, well, I want to add some like, you know, texture variation to it. It's like, fuck, I don't have those textures done. I don't have them done. And it was like, I wanted to incorporate the Deep Slate in them. But, yeah, I didn't have them. So that's why... Oh, shit, look at this. That's scary. I'm floating on all this lava. Man, this looks... Let me pop my collar. Okay, yeah, it looks good. I really like it. But yeah, that's why I stopped doing the survival videos, is because I didn't have the appropriate textures. I would be limited to what I could build based on the textures I've done, because I don't want to mix my textures with default textures in a build. That just isn't gonna look right, because the default is 16 by 16. It doesn't have as much detail and definition. So if I were to mix something like that in with my textures, it would look weird. And, you know, so once I have this done, I think I'll be okay. I also want to do the tough. Like, these all need to get done. The tough, and then the tough bricks. I should probably do that before I start survival as well. But I'm just going to start over in survival. I'm not going to, like, load up my old survival world and try to pick it back up. I'm just going to can that world altogether. I never really did much anyway. Can that series. I'll probably just private that whole series and just redo Fantasia Volume 2. Because Volume 2 was going to be like the survival Fantasia series, and Volume 1 is going to be like the creative series. So that was kind of the plan. So I'm going to restart Fantasia Volume 2 once I have these done. That's the plan. I have to go. I gotta pick up my boy from school. These textures look amazing. I really like them. I like them so much. That's it. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, Cobra. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. I might stream later on today after I pick him up. Maybe when I get back, I'll jump back on and we'll do some more. So, if not, then I don't think I'm going to be able to stream again until Sunday. Yeah, vanilla textures just don't do it for me. I just, you know, they're just not... They're too clean. They're all very clean textures, you know what I mean? There's not dirt and grime and dust on them or anything. You know what I mean? You can't really get that with 16 by 16. So, but yep, the pack is available if you want to get it. This will be in the next update. I wanted to have this update out at the beginning of November, but since, what is it here? Let's see if that works. Does this still work? Push the button. Oh, it might not work anymore. Oh, I don't think it works anymore. I have a button that takes you to the link in the chat, but it's broken. But I would love to see people's builds in my pack with my pack on. That's really, really cool. Anytime somebody posts in my Discord, by the way, I have a Discord. There's a link in the description, and you can post pictures and stuff. But whenever somebody posts a picture of their build with my pack on, I get really happy, because I like seeing, because like I've only ever seen my own builds with my pack on. I want to see what other people do with it too, you know. So anyway, but that's it. I gotta go pick up my boy. I might stream later on when I get back. Otherwise, I'll probably stream Sunday. Tomorrow's a no-go because I got plans all day, and then D&D tomorrow night. So, yeah. Cheers. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it very much. And see you next time.